For over 500 years, the British royal family and its properties have been guarded 24/7 by an elite team of soldiers known as the King's Guard. Formerly known as the Queen's Guard, these elite soldiers represent the very best that Britain has to offer, showcasing an exceptional level of discipline, class, and self-control. Now, while the big furry hats might look like the definition of British sensibility, make no mistake, you take one wrong step and they'll come for you. But what actually happens when reckless tourists try to mess with the guards? Let's find out. Stand in the way and you'll first get a loud warning. It's best just to keep your distance.
Back right for the guys down! Get on the fence!
Here you can see what happens when you try to be funny near the guards.
Oh! Get yourself away!
When this regiment of King's Guards marched past some tourists, they couldn't help but notice a small child wearing his own version of the uniform. Normally, they just keep marching, but one guard decided to break tradition.
萌炸了，我的天！兵哥哥再见！咦，我的天！我的天，救命啊！
The Royal Guard are normally super sure on their feet. This time, not so much. Get too close to a guard on duty, and you'll get this kind of treatment. The King's Guard put up with a lot of abuse from the public, but one rule you must follow is never touch a guard on duty.
Get back to the Queen's Guard!
Next time you're taking a standard tourist photo of a royal building, just make sure there isn't a King's Guard behind you trying to get through. Sometimes even the police forget and get in the King's Guard's way, just going to show no one is above the rules when it comes to the Royal Guards.
Yeah, boy.
This next one just goes to show that the guards really never mess around. These kids were mocking the guard and leaning on the fence. Just watch what he does.
Get off the fence!
This guard was doing his rounds when a woman decided to snap a quick photo with him. What did he do? Well, he handled it like a true King's Guard. The guards will often allow tourists to take photos with them, but under no circumstances should you try to touch them.
Do not touch the Queen's Guard!
When teenagers block the pathway of a marching King's Guard, this happened.
Make way for the King's Guard! Get out the range!
This one is crazy. This tourist was standing in the path of a marching King's Guard, completely oblivious. They had no problems barging him out of the way.
Bye-bye!
Personal space is everything to the King's Guard, so when a tourist got too close, this was the response.
Get back!
Photo Those are cool and all, but try taking them when you're not on the marching path.
Quick march! My way! Quick march!
Steeped in rich history, the bearskin cap is a centerpiece of the King's Guard uniform. As only guardsmen are allowed to touch it, they require each other's help to fix and straighten the cap while on duty. Watch closely at this one. The King's Guard have to present to their superior for inspection at least once a day. Everything has to be perfect before their officer will issue his marching commands.
Gun! By the right! Return! Force!
This guy had no idea he was about to be run over by a troop of the King's Guard. If he didn't hear the sound of marching, he definitely heard this. In this clip, a Windsor Castle guard was doing his rounds when a group of tourists started to mock him and copied his march. The guard remained calm and composed for as long as he could, but was eventually pushed to his limit and decided to retaliate. Another day, another oblivious tourist. These marching guards will stop for no one, even when one woman ends up between two guards. Even if you so much as stand near a marching guard, you'll be met with a shouting, The golden rule in all of these interactions is look, but don't touch. While most people get the message, some people have to be reminded. Members of the King's Guard are often impressive physical specimens, like this massive guy who measures in at 6'6".
Make way!
So what do you think of the Royal Guards? Let us know in the comments below.